I attend the meetings.
Yeah, you know what, because we are gonna have people in here that wanna present stuff, so I'm gonna do this, at the very end, we can ask for them. Oh, I have no reason for this.
Okay, right, right.
Nah. Looking at the paper while we gonna get a few minutes.
You can find another page.
Otherwise, I'll generally get the second one before I get the first one read.
It's springtime.
I have no issue with as many, I have three of them. Until the total weight of all your dogs equals the total weight of mine, you still have to keep getting.
Oh, is that what it is? We were walking around.
It's a
this-
volume thing.
We were walking around the square, there were people walking two of those, what are they, Great Pyrenees? There were 3 or 4 Great Pyrenees, 3 together, and then one after, huge.
Well, we are, I'm gonna dig holes.
Good, good. Put them right in front of my house. Put several large ones.
Nice.
Anything to slow traffic down.
Put the name on that.
So just,
The one you gave me earlier is no good.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring a gavel next time.
I print it out really nice.
I want one of the big plastic ones that squeaks when you hit it.
Because that's what you sent me.
Yeah.
Because I had that.
No. Same thing.
Yeah, well, you sent that to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this one's mine.
Okay.
That one's Westfield's. Okay, Westfield's. No trouble out of you.
Gotcha. All right.
No trouble out of you, but I didn't know
I'll keep it
Okay,
together.
Harvey.
We're gonna give up ours.
You're up.
All right, it's all you. You ready, Rick?
Thank you.
Oh, listen, I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Okay.
I know. Okay, yeah, I'm ready to go.
All right. 7 o'clock. I don't have a gavel, so I'm gonna use my phone until I break it. Okay, I'd like to call to order the regular meeting for the Lafayette Township Board of Trustees and Fire District, February 21st, 2022, 7 PM. Roll call for attendance.
Fullerton here.
O'Neill here. Warcola here.
Ruben Saul here.
Also, Bill Thorne, Law Director, is here. Stand for the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay. All right, we have meeting minutes from February 7th meeting. Do we have a motion to approve?
I'll move to approve.
second?
All right, any discussion, anything that was in the meeting minutes? Any issues, any concerns?
No.
All right, all those in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, same sign? Okay, meeting minutes for February 7th, 2022 are approved, and with any luck whatsoever, will be posted live and online by Wednesday. Fastest we have ever done in all the years I've been here. All right, we have a consent agenda consisting of the fiscal report, the fire district report, fire department's report, service department report, zoning report, and police report. Do I have a motion for approval on the consent agenda?
A motion to approve?
I'll second.
All those in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, same sign? Okay. All right, we're going to have public participation at 2 points, both in the beginning and the end. That way, in case anybody wants to speak and say anything, and we need to leave, and then they'll also have the opportunity at the very end of the meeting. So anybody with anything they would like to bring up and talk about? Yes, sir. Please state your name.
My name's Chris Rogers.
Okay.
I'm here with Lisa Knight, township resident. I want to talk about some flooding issues at her property.
Okay. What's the property address?
7382 Lake Street.
7382 Lake Street. Okay.
So I'm not sure who all here is aware of what's been going on. So I've lived there for 6 years now, and in 2019, the flooding has started. So this is in the 4th year. I'm not sure who saw my pictures on Facebook this week, but I had almost 5 feet of water in my basement. And about a quarter of an acre of my property was under probably about 5 feet of water too.
Okay.
So this problem is, I know it was addressed with the previous administration, it was addressed with previous owners of my home, but I'm here because right now I cannot live in my home. I
Okay.
have no power, I have no gas.
The flooding property is coming from runoff from township property through a lake that's on the township property, coming through and under hers.
Owned by the village.
And the overflow is maintained by the township, and it's being blocked by neighbors behind us. So township water is destroying her livelihood, her home, and property. We're looking for help.
Okay.
Like I said, I can't live in my home. It's dangerous.
Understand.
There's no power, water.
Now, did I hear you right? And maybe I misunderstood, but it started in 2019?
Yeah.
So up until then, you had no flooding problems at all?
Yes, she did. It came over
Well,
the
it's coming
street
over the street.
until the township fixed the drain for the
Yeah.
Okay.
pond
So
across
it
the
was
street.
coming over the road at that time.
So it was a problem prior to 2019, but it has been worse since then? Or,
It was
I'm
a
just trying to get all the facts.
Okay, it was a problem before I moved in my house as well.
Okay.
And that was not your issue, but it was not disclosed as well.
Ah,
For the
okay.
previous owners. So it did happen to them as well. I'm not sure how many times, and this is all documented with the county engineer. There's a file back to 2001.
Okay.
And we've also worked with the county engineer, Dan Wilthwaite,
Mhm.
at the county engineer's office. So, but yeah, because of things that my neighbors did to their property to build up things, and they've impeded the natural waterway flow behind my house, which isn't on my property. There's like a 15 that backs up against my property that the water cannot. So it can't naturally flow down to the lake. There was a natural path that
All
way.
right, so it flows down and now it's stopped.
There is a pipe in there, so it was flowing, and now it was kind of flowing. It takes, when it rains, when I get about between the 3 to 5 feet of water, it takes about 24 hours for all that to drain from my house and property.
Okay.
But now it seems to be getting backed up. I don't know if the pipe's backed up more, I can't tell. Like, my whole yard was a skating rink.
Okay.
It still is, and when it's gonna rain tomorrow, it'll flood again tomorrow, my house.
Is it any rain or just really nasty heavy rains and heavy melt-offs?
It's flooded 5 times in the last 12 months. Mother's Day,
Okay.
July 17th, sometime in the fall, I don't remember.
Okay.
The second week in December, and last Thursday.
So it's not just when we get a torrential rain, it's just
No.
any kind of a decent amount of rain?
Half an inch
Yeah,
or more
half an
something.
inch
Okay.
at least,
All right.
then it's flooding.
Okay. Rick, are you familiar with any of that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, what I would suggest we do is trustee Fullerton is a liaison for service with Rick. I would put that in his very capable hands to work with Rick and see what is there, what can be done, if we can do anything, if there's anything we're allowed to do, capable of doing, and take it from there.
Yeah, I said one last thing.
Sure.
I thought about coming to the meeting tonight to announce that I was gonna fill the pipe with cement, and I wanted to find out what you guys would do to me the next day when it overflowed the street, washed out the road, or destroyed some other neighbor's property, and I'm sure somebody would be at her front door the next day. I wanna find out why nobody's at the front door for the people who caused this problem behind her.
Well, I mean, you've just brought it up to me right now, and I've heard what you had to say. We need to go out and see for ourselves what's going on. I think that's only fair.
And we appreciate the time to
Mhm.
make our case in front of you tonight.
No, I mean, that's what government is all about, for you to be able to come in if there's an issue, and we do what we can to try to resolve. If we can, we will help. If we can't, we'll try to give you direction on what can be done. I know there's not always something we can do. If there is, we will certainly do whatever we can, though.
Well, and I was told before that there wasn't anything you could do. The township wasn't able to help, because last year I was working on this as well.
Okay,
Phone calls in, so that's what I, because it was private property.
okay. All right.
But
And that, I'll be very honest with you, that may be the same thing you hear this time, but I don't know. I don't know, I'll see it firsthand between Ty and Rick once they get a chance to look at it, and if you, on the sign-in sheet, did you leave a phone number by any chance?
no, I can't.
All right, if you do, I'll make sure that somebody gets back to you and kind of gives you an update and keeps you in the loop as to what's going on.
All right.
And again, I'm not gonna promise anything, you may just get bad news, I don't know, but at least you'll know something.
But now, just so you know, I'm trying to figure out what to do at my house.
Yeah.
Because I can't live there. So,
Marty, Rick and I went out there on Friday and visited it. And
Oh, okay.
It's bad. There's a lot of
It's-
those out of town.
all right.
Yeah,
And
so,
I think we know what the problem is, but I'll work with Rick and,
Okay.
talk to the
Well,
county.
yeah, one, okay, that's fine. All right. Thank you very much.
thank you.
Okay, anything else at this time? Yes.
My name is Ann Plazik, and I'm the Outreach Services Manager for Medina County District Library. And I just kind of wanted to bring to the attention of residents here in Lafayette Township that we have a bookmobile stop. We had started this bookmobile stop in the Hunters Run neighborhood back in November of 2019. We had just started to get it up off the ground when COVID hit. So we have not had a bookmobile on the road for quite a long time. We did recently get a brand new bookmobile. And so we're just trying to get word out to folks in Lafayette Township that you don't have to go all the way to Medina or Lodi or Seville to get library materials. I can leave materials here for everyone, so you can have access to the schedule. It is online at the library website. But we're parking at Hunter's Run off of basically Fayette Boulevard and Shawnee Trail, kind of on that main entrance there. It was something that we had worked out with previous administration at that time. So it's just a half-hour window from 4:30 to 5 every Thursday. We do also have a process if we're off the road for any reason for weather. If somebody becomes a regular on that route, we can notify them that we're off-road. But people can place holds for library materials, and we will bring them right there to the stop, so it's very convenient for everyone. The bookmobile has everything you would find in the library, it's just not quite as much. We even have tools and tech and MiFi devices that folks could borrow. So I just wanted a moment to share that with everyone. And then the other thing that I did want to mention real briefly, because I saw that you guys do have a snow removal program to help seniors who may need assistance with things. We also offer through an outreach of library materials. If there are any residents in Lafayette Township that for any reason are unable to access the library, whether it's you don't have access to a vehicle, no longer drive, we are happy to select library materials and deliver those to residents here on a once-a-month basis in person or through books by mail service. So a lot of people just aren't aware that that's an option. So if anybody here is interested in any of those services, it's not just books, it's movies, magazines, as I said, hotspots, anything you can get at the library, we're happy to provide to folks here, right here in Lafayette Township. And
Okay.
that's it. I'd be happy to leave a stack of materials here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate your time.
Is there, I'm sure there isn't, but I want to ask just to make sure, because I don't know. I think there was somebody else who had kind of dealt this last year. Do we have any legal liabilities if someone would get hurt while they're there or anything? So there's nothing that we have to,
No, that's their vehicle.
Okay.
Yeah, it's our
All
vehicle,
right.
and we've never had an
Okay.
issue. We've
No,
been
that's-
doing-
I just
yeah, we've
wanna-
been doing bookmobile service since the 50s, pretty
I
much.
used to be on it myself back in the 60s.
Totally understand.
Okay.
All right, well, I
Um,
will just leave a bag of materials in our newsletters here.
Is it, Bill, there's no reason we couldn't post this on the township website, is there? No. Okay. Would you be okay if we did that?
That would be absolutely wonderful. I understand also, I tried to connect, I know that there is a Facebook group in the Hunters Run development, so if anybody here is a connection for that, that would be great. I had tried to apply to let folks know, because that's a really good way to blast something into a neighborhood, but I live here, so it wouldn't allow me access. So if anybody here is a resident, that would be a great way to help us promote it as well. It's a great after-school time, right as those kids are getting dropped off in the neighborhood there, so we're really just trying to provide, it's the only bookmobile stop that would serve the Cloverleaf School District.
If you wouldn't mind, call into the township office on Wednesday.
Wednesday, okay?
Yeah, sometime after 10 a.m.
Okay.
Our admin assistant is going to be in there. You could let her know, give her all the information.
Sure.
She updates our website as well. So she'll be able to update and, you know, if you've got graphics you want to add or something like that. She's extremely talented with that. We can get you plenty of press on both the senior outreach program
Perfect.
as well as the bookmobile.
All right, thank you so much. I appreciate everyone's time, and if anybody's interested in anything, I'm just gonna leave things here on the table for you
Okay,
guys.
thank you
Thanks
very
so
much. Thank you. Okay. Anything else? Yes.
Marty, Joe Renkers, brought up the Lafayette website. Just curious, handful of meetings ago, there was talk about the website costing X amount of money. for being, or maybe not X amount of money, but costing extra to be updated.
No, actually, it's part, I'm sorry, I should cut you off, go ahead.
No, just curious where that stayed, you know, because it's been updated a lot lately. Is that an ongoing extra charge at the?
No, actually, one of the nice parts about having Sherry as our admin assistant is she is a techno wizard. I'll say that for the record, that's why she can be embarrassed when she sees this. But she got in touch with the people who developed the website or who maintain the website for us. She has administrative passwords, so she gets in regularly and does the updates, and that's all just on her normal hours in the office.
Okay.
We still pay the same, and it isn't a lot of money every month we pay to keep it housed, to maintain. We may end up leaving it there, we may end up developing our own site. Again, Sherry has the capabilities of doing that, she's extremely talented with it. She's shown me some things we could do that are really pretty cool.
Okay.
And I know Trustee O'Neill has been talking with her, as well as another company, about potentially doing something as well.
Okay, so that's a domain we don't, Lafayette Township doesn't own?
I believe we do.
No, we own the domain,
Okay,
yes.
I think so.
It's just housed on this other person's server, or however that sets up.
Was your question, are they charging the township more since someone else is adding all the information?
Well, that's how the last administration made it, that they have to watch how much time they put into it.
We're not paying them any
No,
more
no,
money
no.
because Sherry's doing it?
No, and it is true. We get, I think it's an hour every quarter, which is why we only updated things once a quarter, or very sparingly, unless it was something very, very minor. And that's still the case. But I don't think that anything's been updated except by Sherry since they gave her the password.
Okay.
So it's
Not costing us anymore?
no, not costing us any more at all. Just all part of her job she's rolling into.
Perfect.
Okay?
Thank you.
No problem. Anything else? Okay. All right. Above and beyond our consent agenda, fiscal officer, anything to report in?
A couple things. So it's going to be election time soon, primary election, and they're requesting this be filled out for the town hall. So if we're in agreement that we're gonna let them use the town hall. Rick, do you
yeah.
set up at 5:30 in the morning, or like, how does that work?
Oh, for the
For election day?
election?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, is that the paperwork for it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want me to fill it out and send it in? Or how do you want to do it?
I've never done this in the past. I don't know if this was something that one of the other trustees did or that you did in the past.
No, that's what I did.
Then I would say you continue to do it.
Okay.
If we're okay with that?
I'm okay with it.
Okay. So that'll be for you?
Also, I don't know if you guys are copied on this, the Medina County Economic Development Corporation dues. Did you get emailed on that?
I may have today. I only got about through half my email today.
Okay, it's $1,500, and I guess we do this every year.
That's our annual dues, yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if you guys need to make a motion to pay that, or?
Yeah, I would move that we authorize fiscal officer to pay our annual membership to Medina County Economic Development Corporation for amount of $1,500 for dues running from April 1st, 2022 to March 31st, 2023. You have a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye, those opposed, same sign? Okay, we're good to go.
Awesome. And just a point of awareness, the AT&T bill, we all know is gonna go up, but it's gonna go up $100 a month, so I'm just putting that
Okay.
out there. And that's all I have.
Okay, great. All right, Service Department, anything above and beyond that you needed to point out?
Yeah, there's, I did talk to, well, Ty and I, we went up and talked to 3 different Medina County engineers about the wetlands down at Hunter's Rock.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And they found no concern, so it's like,
No, I'm sorry, no concerns with,
with piling the snow down there.
okay.
So I went to the Medina County Soil and Water, and I met with them out there, Eric. And he said that, that there wasn't no concern because there wasn't nothing done, you know, there was no, we weren't doing anything to the wetlands.
Okay.
And the only reason, you know, you can't dig, you can't fill it in or you can't dig it out.
That's where the word protection comes from.
Yes, yes. You can't fill in or dig it out. It's a filtering system for the water.
Okay.
So I just wanted everybody to be aware of, we did check into it, and Chris and I met with Eric from the Water and Soil, and Ty and I, we went up and met with the engineers.
Okay, great. Excuse me, Justin, can you please take that back to the resident that was concerned and let him know, and maybe put something on the, well, no, it's a
No,
valid
I'll
concern.
let her know.
And could you maybe put something on your
Yeah.
Facebook page, whatever that is for the association?
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, they said, Eric said there, he said, if anybody's got any questions, call him.
All right.
He would be more than happy to answer any questions.
Eric with Water and Soil?
Water and Soil,
Okay.
yes.
Will do.
Oh, and Ty, for the cemetery, we currently, well, I know we have over 336 lots available.
That's up at Waltz.
Yes, at Wall
Okay.
Cemetery.
I'll bring that up in old business.
Okay, well,
Okay.
yeah, I just,
Okay,
that's about all I got.
okay.
Oh, we did watch a 30-minute training on sexual harassment. Did I turn that paper, okay.
Yeah.
I did turn my paperwork into Laura.
Okay, cool.
Who's getting the tape next?
Who, what?
Who's getting the tape next? Did you hand it back? Did you send it back? or-
Yeah, I had, well,
I have.
Oh, you have, okay, I was just making sure that Chris had some.
yeah,
Tape.
All right.
that was it.
Okay. Our fire chief is stranded with a very expensive broken alternator, so he will not be here today. In his stead, Assistant Chief Holtz, anything to add above and beyond the,
Yeah, a couple things.
Okay.
The first bullet item on there is the pancake breakfast has been postponed, but we've got a new date, and I think Kelly and Steve are here. Do we have the dates? Is it the first?
Looking like all the Sundays in April, except for Easter, of course.
Okay.
We're finalizing that now.
Can you guys let Sherry know so she can get all that on the website as well, please? Cool.
So we, Chief wants to mention that he attended a meeting, it's about dispatching fees. They're coming up with something new, a little bit different way of doing it, maybe a little fairer way of doing it. And when they'll bring it around to all the townships and present it. I think Chief Grice might even come to one of these township meetings and let you really know exactly what they're thinking of doing or what they're proposing. We attended the Polar Plunge, which didn't have a plunge this past Saturday, but they did do the run, so we helped out with that. Safety and we had a couple squads there, and our UTV was utilized to help lead the run. Lions Club did really well this year, even though there wasn't a plunge. I think last year, the way they were affected with no event at all, they went into different ways of raising money, and it worked out really well. So this year, they've early figures are really good. So, and which also brings me that to memory that we have 2 residential lock boxes that we just put on our Facebook page. It's donations from them. They gave the money to buy them, so we have residential Knox boxes that we can loan to residents who might need them. That's be somebody who probably lives alone or is alone a lot during the day, can't get to the door, has some kind of illness or something that we might very well respond to. So those are out there. We've got it on there, and when people call in, we'll as long as they fit the criteria, we're going to give them a Knox box that we can open. we always have a key for it.
So that allows us entry into their house without them having to come to the door.
Correct. They can still be laying in bed in the back room, and we'll be able to get in without breaking doors down or anything like that. The other item is, we got this proposal from the, for new IT services, or for different IT services, from KGC. We are requesting the trustees consider the proposal from KGC. And I'm gonna tell you that our service from our current provider has been abysmal. If it were my business, they'd be gone already. So, you know, they came in, we had problems, they came in, they're pointing fingers, and the other guys that came in, they said, well, no, it's their problem. They came in, no, it's not. They came back, they couldn't figure it out. They finally sent a guy out here, and he figured out it was their problem. And he did somewhat of a fix, but they're not fixed perfectly, but, I mean, that service was just terrible, so we're hoping, we'd like to move along and move away from.
We have a second quote we're securing as well. So we have another company also quoting the service agreement.
Great, so just, we kind of, as far as I'm concerned, I'd be done with those guys that we've been using, so. I just want good service and at a fair price, you know, at a reasonable price. so.
Absolutely.
And from what I'm hearing from these other guys, the things they say they're gonna do for us, our present company's never done for us, so if we can get them at the same price and they do what they say they're gonna do, it's a no-brainer to me, but up to you guys.
I guess my question is, you say you have someone else quoting it? All right, and we'll be prepared to discuss it next meeting?
Yes.
So we have a third one other than our current and the KGC?
Correct. Correct.
Okay.
Can you hold off 2 weeks?
Well, then, probably.
I mean, we could pull a special meeting for it if you want to, but
No, I mean, Warwick has had their share of issues. But I will also say that they've, and I'm not gonna stand here and carry their banner, but they've also come through and done a lot of things we've needed too.
Not lately.
Well,
Not
We
from what
can agree to
say.
disagree.
We see the service, it's just not there.
your biggest issue has been with a fax machine and a printer.
Correct.
Okay.
Something that's kind of vital to us.
I understand. I
It's hard
understand.
to operate sometimes without.
Okay. Okay. Anything else?
No, are you gonna do
Mhm.
later or now?
I'll just do that right now.
Okay.
Okay? So we have, from our last meeting, we approved the hire, I'm not sure what it is, of a new member. So. Repeat after. Why don't you turn so they can see you now? I state your name.
April Winter,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear,
that as a firefighter / EMT of Lafayette Township Fire District,
as a firefighter / EMT of Lafayette,
I will profess loyalty to and support
I will profess loyalty and support
the Constitution of the United States of America,
the Constitution of the United States of America,
the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
all their laws.
all their laws.
I further swear that in all respects,
Further,
swear that in all
I
respects,
further swear in all respects.
you should have gotten a copy of this.
Yeah,
See?
that would've been great.
That's your AC over there, that's his issue.
I was landing a helicopter.
I will uphold the mission
I will uphold the mission
of the Lafayette Township Fire District
of Lafayette Township Fire District,
and faithfully, honestly, and impartially
faithfully, honestly, and impartially
discharge my duties
discharge my duties
as an employee of the district
as an employee of the district,
in the state of Ohio
the state of Ohio,
and the county of Medina.
and the county of Medina.
Congratulations.
Glad to have her back, that's for sure.
All right. Police report, anything additional?
The only thing I have, in addition to the monthly report that I sent you earlier today, is we have the yearly 2021.
Very nice. Thank you.
So, find any questions when reading that, feel free to.
Do you have this in electronic format?
I do, it's on our website, and I could also leave it.
Could you? I mean, the more we can get on our site, the better. I'd love to get this electronically on our website. I mean, the long-term goal is to have all the fire reports, all the police reports, all the everything organized on there. But we're not just gonna throw it on to throw it on. We're gonna try to do it in a logical manner so things are easy to find. So it's gonna take a little while to get us there, but that is the long-term goal. So that'd be kind of nice to have that.
I'll send it out in the morning.
All right, thank you. All right.
I have a comment.
I'm sorry?
I have a comment.
Okay.
I would like to say.
I'm sorry, could you need to state your name?
Diane Wenzel. I would like to thank the Medina City for the extra patrol, as I see, on Chippewa Road. It's Driveway 42. And I noticed within this last week that more of them out there trying to catch these guys doing 90 miles an hour down Chippewa Road.
And it's, Ryan's the same way, which is why I've asked Rick to install potholes on Ryan Road and not me. Okay. Thank you, Diane. All right, zoning, Alice, anything other than from the agenda? The consent agenda, anything extra?
Yeah, I don't remember, to be honest with you, did I give you the end review or the end report for 21?
I don't remember seeing it, no.
Okay. I wasn't sure about the confusion, more on my part maybe than anybody
No
else's.
comment.
That's okay. I did make a few copies because I figured I might have missed.
Thank you.
I'll give you this one
Thank you.
in a second. Well, actually, no, I don't. I have the figures on this. Okay, last year we had a total for the whole year of, for fees collected, $21,036, and a total of estimated value for the entire year of 21, $11,980,954, just shy of 11 million. For 2022, and I can see I didn't change the date up there, but these are all 22. For the month of January, I have a total of estimated value of $7,300,000, and the fees for the year is $21,997.65. So I've actually gone over in fees in 1 month than I did for all last year. And last year
You're
was
not
just...
getting another raise.
Hey, I'm bringing the money in. And last year, like I said, I was just a smidge, 20 bucks under 12 million, and in 1 month I have 7,300,000. So it was a little busy. I can see I didn't. My partner in crime who helped me with this file did not change the top, so we'll get that changed.
I'll change.
Trouble with my hands are so dry with all this stuff. But we're off to a start that I can't quite remember having so much before. Most of it's redwood. They still have a lot of units that are going to be, permits. When they came in, they brought for 28 permits. So I took 28 permits out number-wise. And then I put...
Sorry, I was just trying to clear my throat there, sorry. Go ahead, Alice.
I put a footnote in there that the permits, the gap there is the other remaining ones from Redwood that need to be written, just so that they're there. We're still dealing with the country club. The HOA
I was
documents
gonna
are
ask about that.
still
Okay.
not to the point where we feel we should accept them.
Will it happen in our lifetime?
I'm not sure, because this is the third time we've had to read 200 pages to make sure that they made the changes we request, they didn't put anything in, and it still is missing critical information. And then I understand Mr. Thorne talked to them, they want to change some of the site plan. They want to add and move things around, which is going to nullify the whole thing. And it'll have to go back through, so I don't know when, but somewhere along the line, but that's where we're at. We're still in the process of trying to get the HOA documents, and now they're going to change. Correct, Bill?
Not immediately, they're considering it.
Well, they're considering it.
Right now, they want to proceed with the existing plan.
Yeah, but if we go with the existing plan and then they start moving stuff
Then they've got to
around,
go back through this whole process.
With the zoning.
not so much with the zoning, but with the CPC and the approvals all the way through, so.
The layout.
The layout. But if they go and change the layout, it's going to change possibly the number of units, it's going to change maybe the open space. So, we really got to get that under some kind of control.
They understand the potential ramifications of that, right?
They do.
Okay.
They do, and,
All right.
they want the permits, but they don't have their stuff together yet, so
Okay.
I'm not writing them yet.
All right, thank you. Okay,
Hey, Alice, is this most of Redwood or half or?
No,
Third?
that's, this is about, well, there was 28 they handed me, and this I think is like 17. So there's 11 more in phase one, and then there's another phase, so this is just a smidge,
technical term.
technically.
Okay. All right. Okay, any correspondence report?
Yes. So I'm working with a homeowner on Overlook. He's got flooding issues. Not anywhere severe as yours. But I'm going to reach out to the county next week and see what we can do, if there's anything we can help with them. That's the only correspondence I have.
Anybody else? All right. Oh, yes. State your name, please.
Diane Winslow. What are they ever going to do with Chippewa Road by the bridge? That's closed every time it rains.
Or anytime we have a heavy dew? I mean, other than just elevate the whole road.
It's a county road.
That's a county road, I think.
County road.
I mean, it's a county road, there's really, I mean, other than if the county decides they want to elevate the entire road, there's not much.
Well, they did elevate it, 2 years ago. Well, about, they only put in probably 10 inches of asphalt though. It's only raised it about 10 inches to a foot.
I mean, that water marker shows 5 feet high water over the road, that's not gonna do a whole lot of good. Okay. Anything else, correspondence? All right, old business.
Old business, Rick did touch on the Hunter's Run that we worked on with the county, so that's done. Oh, Dave Betts, Rick wanted to bring Dave Betts on. I did talk with Laura as far as finance goes, and we had an employee quit last fall, which was full-time, so we would definitely have enough money to bring Dave on. So I would make a motion to hire Dave full-time.
I'll second the motion. All those in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Okay, motion carries.
My other old business, I'm sorry.
When are we gonna, Rick, when are you gonna start full-time status with Dave? Are you gonna start at the new pay period or right away, or just wanna get with Laura to figure out the?
This is starting a new pay period now.
Okay, so we're,
This week.
okay. I just wanna make sure we have it all on the record how we're doing it.
Yep.
Okay.
And my other old business was the last meeting, the Stallards came and they have property on Karsten and Egypt butting up to the cemetery and asked if we were interested, so I did pull up site plans. I did talk with Rick, he's pretty on top of all the plots there for the cemetery. So I did meet with the Stallards last week, and they do want to sell off this farm in parcels, I think, but wanted to give us first dibs if we wanted to add on to Waltz. So I had that discussion with them, and also before I met with them, I went and called Columbus to see if there was any cemetery grants available. So they issue out cemetery grants July, and then they close in August. So I did let the Stellards know that, and if we were wanting to commit to purchasing some land, they would like us to agree to it sooner than later, but then we could hold off payment until we can see if we get grants or not. But they're wanting close to 20,000 an acre. So, yeah. So I'm not asking, or I'm not going to make a motion, but just for information purposes, so we can kind of learn more. But Rick, thank you. There was, as of right now, our current Waltz is 336 available plots.
Over.
That's a lot.
How many, Rick, off the top of your head, how many new plots do we sell a year? Just ballpark, I mean, a dozen, 50, 10?
No, probably, that all depends.
Oh, yeah.
You know, there's some people that come in, Joe come in last fall and bought 2 for his girls.
Okay.
So you don't know.
I'm just trying to get an idea for how long that should carry us out.
Right.
I mean, is that
Maybe 8 a year.
Okay, so we got a long time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not gonna run out. And some of that, well, as in the cemetery rules, you know, you can put 1 burial and 3 cremations in
Right.
one.
Right.
So, you know, we have a lot of real estate that,
Okay.
you know.
Well, I mean, that's kind of what we need to get to. Do we need it? And if we do, can we afford it? If we really don't, is it cheap enough? We'd want to get it anyways, but that's, you can continue to work through that, but okay. I just need to understand.
How many plots can you roughly get on an acre?
I think that was two acres there that we was talking about. Yeah, no, not quite 2 acres. Not quite 2 acres, and there's 336, over 336.
Okay.
Well, I was just counting the 336 that was available. I didn't count the ones that we've already did burials in, so.
Okay. Yeah, Diane?
You know, a lot of people that live in the township do not even know that cemetery exists.
Okay.
There, I don't know if I have ever seen advertising for a cemetery. Be able to do that?
See, that's kind of a awkward thing to do.
Yeah, townships don't advertise.
Yeah.
I have a plot, 2 plots.
Yeah. But you're right, I mean, if especially new folks moving in, may not.
And it's a beautiful setting.
It really is. It's very pretty
Country,
out
and,
there.
That's why we liked it when we
Yeah.
bought it, 15 years ago.
Okay,
Just FYI.
okay, thank you. All right. Any other old business?
I would like to address the Gazette article that came out a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
In it, they referenced Justin Proley and I think Mike Costello, the former trustee. And they said in there that you are the Board of Zoning Appeals member, you're the chair, and that's true. To the casual reader, though, that may lead people to believe that you may speak on behalf of the township or something like that. That's not the case. So I just want to make that clear off the bat. Also, the allegation that Rick Evans was hired back to repay political favors was false, and he did not get a 30% pay raise. Back before the end of the year, the 3 trustees at the time gave increases to all members of the service department, with the exception of Rick. And I hate to bring it up because I know talking wages and salaries in a public forum is not exactly the best thing to do, but I kind of feel like I need to address this. At the time, Rick was making $28 an hour when he was let go. He was brought back at 31, and that equates to about a 10.7% raise. And that's probably pretty close to in line with what the other positions got. Regarding the other allegations in the article, I haven't seen any documentation of fudged hours. I've heard about it, but haven't seen any documentation on it. Any of the behavior he may have exhibited in the past, I've heard stories, haven't heard any documentation, haven't seen any follow-up on it. I don't know that he's ever been spoken to by any of the other former trustees or has been investigated. Certainly no documentation of it. So to me, all of this it's a bunch of reported activities, but no concrete evidence of anything, with the exception of the formal complaint that was filed. And I don't even think that was properly followed up on. I don't think there was ever an investigation. Again, I don't think there's anything in Rick's file that would indicate that. So it bugged me when you said it was a political repayment for a political favor. Rick's a member of the community, he lives here, he works here, and to see that kind of stuff written in the paper is, it's bothersome. It's one thing if it's absolutely true, but I don't think it is true. Go ahead.
No, there's no point.
And from you coming to be submitting that kind of stuff to the paper, you are the chair of the Board of Zoning Appeals, and I think it doesn't really reflect poorly on that position, or reflect well on that position, because it doesn't really look like you're unbiased. So I think you should have more of a, less opinionated. You're free to say whatever you want, but I think you should really strive to show an unbiased take.
Yes, Chuck Turner. I have a solution to this. Being a former federal government employee, law enforcement for 25 years, we weren't allowed to speak on behalf of the United States and the government. You, with your legal person, should come up with some guidelines that if somebody identifies themselves as a trustee official, whether it's fire department, zoning, whatever they are, they shouldn't be speaking on behalf of Lafayette Township. And maybe that's the way to put this to bed and cure it.
Yeah, except I'm not an employee.
I'm not talking to you.
Except I'm not
I'm
an
not
employee.
talking to you.
Guys, one by one.
I'm not talking to you. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Justin's not an employee of the township, so, he has.
He has a position, though.
He has a position, and when he speaks, he should be clear, he's not speaking in his formal capacity. He's speaking in his personal capacity.
And I'm not saying he did that.
Anyone who's not authorized, any township employee, official, does not speak on behalf of the township per se. So when they're speaking, they need to make clear how they're speaking. I'm speaking on this as my personal opinion or as my position as township trustee. And even then, a trustee can't speak for the board unless you guys have already authorized it. That would be his personal opinion as a trustee.
Okay. Anything else under old business?
Yes.
Okay.
Chris,
Just
Chris, before you go any further.
Yes.
Please identify yourself.
Shirley Bailey. In that article, they also mentioned about Kim, and what they had to say about Kim was a total lie. She never carried on like that. She never had. And anyone that knows Kim knows that she's not going to be ranting and raving about anything.
So Laura's written complaint was a lie.
I'm not talking about Laura. I said Kim.
Guys,
But that was a reference to
Justin.
Laura's letter about Kim's behavior.
Justin, let's address back and forth to the board, then you can speak as well.
Well, also with Laura's letter, why isn't it in the file?
It is in the file.
Laura's letter is in the file.
It's in the file?
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay. It's,
That's where it ends, though.
okay.
But getting back
I
to
know
the,
that with Kim, that she wouldn't be carrying on like that.
All right, guys, we're kind of circling on the same subject over and over.
just for clarification, if that policy is unclear, the board can adopt a policy for all township officials, employees and officials, that they are not authorized to speak on behalf of the township. They can't speak on behalf of the township unless authorized. And they should clarify when they're speaking that it's in their individual capacity, no matter what position they hold.
Okay.
Because that happens with police departments, fire departments, they're in uniform, they make a comment. That doesn't mean they're speaking on behalf of the police department, the fire department, but they need to clarify when they make their comments. And you could adopt a policy for that, township-wide policy.
How about, would the board be okay if Bill and I sat down and put something together like that?
I'm okay.
Yep. Any issues with that? Okay. All right, Bill, you and I can,
Okay.
maybe we head down to the toy show, we can talk about that on the way down. Okay. Anything else under old business?
Yes. We have an application that was submitted a while back for a zoning commission alternate.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that we've had any other applications made since then, but Joe Praisler, I think, is here tonight, and if I would like to move to make a motion to appoint him as an alternate on the zoning commission.
Okay.
Yeah,
Go
I'll
ahead.
second that, Joe.
Okay, all those in favor? Aye?
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, same sign? Remember, Joe, you promised if you got this, you would help me hang Christmas lights.
I'd like everyone to know I work for First Energy, but I'm not responsible for the high electric.
All right,
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Board.
and that is a one-year term.
The
As an
alternate.
alternate, yes. Okay, that term would be, it's effective. Bill, I know this isn't starting the beginning of the year, but they do run just like to December 31st, right?
I don't know how they set that up. I've not been here when they've selected an alternate, so I'm not sure if they, what
Okay.
conditions they put on the alternate.
Okay, I mean, I know it's a year term, but it's, okay, well, we'll figure that out.
Generally, yeah.
I think it's a calendar year, but I'm not. Is it?
Rich, any idea?
We're trying to remember, we're not sure about this alternate is for 1 year or still is
I thought it was one.
Usually in the
Figure in 1 year.
organizational meetings
Yeah, it's
is
1 year.
when the trustees read up the terms or make any
Mhm.
substitution of the terms of the alternate, and it's for 1 year.
Okay.
And that way, it's very simple.
Okay.
And if there's no alternate and they start in the middle of the year, the term ends at December 31st.
Okay.
And then
That's,
at your organizational meeting, if you wish.
then you can
to-
re-up it.
Right,
Okay.
but they stay on until the board
Right.
actually does something.
It's different, okay.
Okay, but that's basically how it's done.
All right. So then, Joe, you would be officially an alternate up until December 31st. And in lieu of any board action, you'd remain an alternate until we decide we let you off the hook.
And those, again, those are your policies. You could change it.
Right.
You can make it longer,
Okay.
however you want to do it.
Okay.
Being naive as I am, just a learning experience from, my name is Joe Prater, by the way. If being on the board, does that mean that I have no voting rights? Unless there's somebody that's absent.
Right, and then you step in.
Okay.
You're a pretty face on the board.
Now, my only issue is, on a personal note, being naive, I don't even know the rules. I don't even have the zoning laws. And that's being in the process right now.
There is no laws that you're going to miss that tell you how to do your job. Basically, you don't participate unless somebody is absent. You don't deliberate unless somebody's absent. You're taking their place. But the revised code does not establish any guidelines of particular. The board has the right to adopt their own guidelines that are not contrary to the few that are in the revised code. But you know, we can give you a one page, that's pretty much it. That's all the statutory guidelines you get.
Okay, great.
I'm sure they can get him a copy of, the new book isn't done, but a copy of the existing book so that he can have.
I did
it.
find those.
Huh?
I did find those.
Good. We'll give him a copy of the existing book so he has an
Mhm.
opportunity to read it. And then when he comes to the meeting, he should have some knowledge.
That would be a great thing for our zoning secretary. Ooh.
Fortunately, I'm not a zoning secretary, so it's okay.
Yes,
with
Rich.
me.
He will need to be sworn in on the March 8th meeting. And that'll be probably Chris, you have.
Right.
And I believe you guys had an organizational meeting, so any rules or regulations you did adopt for procedures, you can give a copy of that to him.
Justin, have you been able to find anybody at all for?
We sent it out, I posted it to like our HOA, like to the Hunters Run group, I sent it to the rest of the board, we haven't had anybody.
Okay.
express
Have
any
you
interest.
tried that to any of the other HOAs as well? Because we had a posting on the website, we've got no takers either.
Yeah, I don't know anybody in, there's only one other HOA, I think.
Yeah.
But we can reach out to them and see.
Okay, all right, thank you. All right. Any other old business? Nope. Okay. Any new business? Nope. Okay. Any additional public participation? All right, then I would entertain a motion to adjourn and pay the warrants of the township.
I'll second.
Well, I'm asking for the motion.
I'll first it.
We have a second for the motion?
I'll second.
All those in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye, those opposed, same sign? All right, thank you very much. Congratulations, Joe, congratulations, April. Great having you guys on board. May God help your soul.
It has.
Oh, gee, 55 minutes. Oh, this is.
Good evening, sir. I had to sign this, but, you know.
At least they could put, you know, stuff, at least you could put stuff on the table.
This is my girl.
And it's the same day within 2 hours or whatever. No reason to ask, because the fire department does it. This is separate.
Well, they're separate.
There was one file box.